we're here today with the breaking news about Saudi Arabia. Joseph, the representative of the most well known developer in the world and in Saudi Arabia, with projects all over the world from United Kingdom to Spain, United Arab Emirates. And Joseph gonna tell us more about the projects in different countries. Gonna tell us today some information about the new law that came into force yesterday, the law that gives the opportunity for all the foreign investors and not residents of Saudi Arabia purchase real estate in Saudi Arabia. It's fantastic, and we were all waiting for that law because you can imagine, even several years ago, it was even difficult to come to Saudi Arabia without invitation or to get visa. Last year, I get this visa in 2 minutes and came to the office of Joseph. And I can say, Joseph, it's the best office I have ever seen in the world. We're going to
Okay.
show you some videos, real life videos from this office. And Joseph made the great presentation of the project, which they have in Riyadh, in capital of Saudi Arabia. It's 10 minutes to Expo, which gonna take place in 2030, as everybody who is interested in Saudi Arabia already knows. And so, Joseph, thank you for your time. And please, can you tell us all the breaking news and certainly the information about your perfect project?
Thank you very much for the opportunity and thank you for visiting us and thank you for this introduction. Let me start first of all about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia today is a very big attraction country for investment because of the potential of the country in terms of land, in terms of population, in terms of wealth, and in terms of the number of projects which is already launched from the public investment fund of the authority. So there is a very big push today from the country itself and from the government, which will give a very big push to all the economy in order to grow for medium to long term in this country. So there is a huge potential, and we can see this from the number of projects which is initiated by the government, which will be a long-term investments. This it will encourage all the international investors for sure to come and to invest in this country. And as you know, there is a big push from the government in order to grow in terms of GDP and to be one of the G7 countries. So there is a huge potential, a big plan in order for this country to grow.
Yeah, Vision 2030. Yes, you mean the program. Uh,
Exactly, the Vision 2030, and we can talk about all the events which is will be upcoming in Saudi Arabia. We are having the Expo in 2030, and we are having the World Football Cup in 2034, and we are having a huge master plans launched in Saudi Arabia. And I don't think the vision will stop at 2030. It will continue to have more progress for the 2035 and 2040. So there is a huge plan upcoming for Saudi Arabia in terms of growth, in terms of economy. And today it is the best time to enter because the entry at the early stage is where people they can make good money and they can make good investments as usual.
uh, yes, so that we have this opportunity now. Can you please tell a couple of words about the new law which came into force yesterday? So, what was exactly decided, and what opportunities do we have now?
Currently, there was an existing law for foreigners in order to apply for a golden visa, where they have to pay 100,000 Saudi riyal per year or 100,000 Saudi riyal for lifetime in order to have residency in Saudi Arabia as lifetime, and they can with this residency they can own property and they can do business and they can live in Saudi Arabia. Now, currently, the government they give a lot of new options for people to have this lifetime residency in Saudi Arabia, and it is linked to several items. One of them it is the property buying property in Saudi Arabia worth 4 million riyal, which is
Like
like
million, $1,066,000. Yes.
approximately or 1 million euro in equivalent. So this opportunity now it will allow the person when he owned the property and he get the title deed in his name to apply for a lifetime residency. And this lifetime residency will be renewed every 4 years. on the approval of the owning of the property, and it will cost the customer only 4,000 riyal. This residency, call it prime residency. The person, he can sponsor his parents, he can sponsor his family, and they can live here and work here in the country like any other people, and they can invest everywhere they need in Saudi Arabia.
That means that if I want to be the residence and to purchase real estate, I need to buy property costing not less than 1 million euros, and it is for 4 years. Every 4 years, I need to just show that I still have this real
This
estate,
investment, yes,
pay
exactly.
like 1,000 euros for all this procedure, and prolong my residentship in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. So it is a year renewal just to prove that you are having the property which you already invest, or any investment worth 4 million riyal or 1 million euro in properties in real estate.
So, as I know, it is possible in all these cities all around Saudi Arabia except Mecca and Medina, yes?
Mecca and Medina, they have special conditions, regulations. These things are still not clear how individuals they can invest in these areas. For sure, there will be announcement on these areas in case of any things updated. But currently, they are still under certain condition, these two areas.
So thank you very much, Joseph, for these instructions. And now, can you please tell us about the developer itself, about some words about the projects all over the world, and we will certainly start talking about Riyadh project with these perfect villas.
First of all, we are a developer, 30 years old developer. We are a public company in Saudi Arabia, and we are as well a public company in London stock market, our international arm. We are having presence in more than 8 countries in the world, and we are having projects in all these countries, and we are developing projects in different locations in these countries. We always focus in our investment on investment in luxury, because we always try to protect the wealth of the customers in terms of their investment in this property. So we study the projects very well, and we always do a unique product in terms of partnering with brands. We do always a limited availability of the project whenever we launch, in order to make sure always there is a high demand comparing to supply on these projects. We always look very well into the location of the project. We always look very well into the payment plan structure for these projects, in order for the customer not to liquidize too much money at the beginning of the property, so he can take the benefit of today and pay tomorrow. And we never, in our history of the 30 years, we never fail to deliver any of our projects to our customers. And this is our good record in terms of delivering properties. We are having a very good record in terms of our existing customers who are continually continuing with us in terms of investment, because they are always making money in our project, because we know how to provide the customer with the huge benefits in our projects at a market price. So we are providing a good asset to the customer in order to make sure we are having a well protected wealth for the customer in this property. In case he need to use it, or he need to rent it, or he need to resell it, we need to make sure the money he is spending in our property, it is always protected.
Yes, I've heard, and everybody knows who is in real estate that this developer really has perfect reputation. And there are no clients in Saudi Arabia, for example, who do not know the results of this developer. And I can say that we face it in United Arab Emirates. We have our main office there, and so we can easily make the meeting for you if you are interested in the project of the developer. Just follow the link, please, and leave your details. We will send you the presentation, and we'll make the opportunity to make the meeting in United Arab Emirates, for example, with Joseph when he is available there.
And let me just add one more thing, if you don't mind, regarding type of project we are having. For example, we are having the only exclusive Lamborghini villas in Europe, in Spain. We are having the only exclusive Missoni apartment in the Finta Cortizine in Spain. We are having the only exclusive Bagani apartment, 83 units worldwide in Dubai, in downtown on the canal. We are having the first branded project, Elie Saab, in Saudi Arabia. We also did weekend apartments branded by Elie Saab and designed by Elie Saab also in Qatar. And we have a huge master plan by Trump Golf Course Organization, 5 million square meter in Oman and Muscat. So we are cooperating with the huge brands worldwide, and they give us their brands because they trust our brand as well. So if we are not of the type of proper delivery of products to the customer, they won't trust us and give us these brands.
Yeah, that is true. So now can you tell us about Elie Saab villas in the capital of Saudi Arabia, please?
We are having a project Etoile. Etoile is a project of 163 villas. Majority they are standalone, and minority they are semi-detached villas. They are all 3 bedroom and 4 bedroom villas. They are a very limited availability villas, only 163, and this is the only Elie Saab villas in all Saudi Arabia. And this is the first time a branded project like this it happened. This project it's already under construction. We already currently completed more than 25% completion stage of the project. It will be completed in March 2026, and this project is already licensed by WAFI, which is the regulator of off-plan projects in Saudi Arabia, where people they can buy on a payment plan, and they can pay into the escrow account of the properties in order to secure their money and to secure their property at time of delivery. So we do everything in terms of regulation in order to protect the customers' money and to protect the project, and to have a good delivery to our customers in terms of project. And this project is available in a master plan called Sidra, done by a developer called Roshan, which is one of the PIF companies, which is mainly the government master plans. This is a new master plan, well developed. It is the first of its kind in terms of infrastructure and the facilities. This master plan is already exist in a place where you are having a full community services in the surrounding of the master plan in terms of universities, hospitals, schools, malls, roads, everything. We are 10 minutes away from the airports. We are very, very close to the area where they need to develop 2030 Saudi Expo. At the same time, in terms inside the master plan, there will be the full facilities and amenities available for the customers in terms of parks, hospitals, schools, and universities at the same time. So this project is already available in a developed area, and it will be having a well-developed inside the master plan itself. So, and it is 10 minutes away from the airport, and it is located in north of Riyadh.
It will be delivered in November 2025, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there is one phase, November 25, which is already sold, and we are having another phase because they are divided into two phases. It will be March 2026.
Joseph, how many
And
villas are still available? So how many sold, how many available?
this project was launched November 28th. It was the official launch when Elie Saab he came and visited us in Saudi Arabia, and we did the event of the launch of the project. Currently, we are at 50% sold villas, and still we are having 50%, which is around 80 villas, which is still available for sale.
So you told us that it is 3 or 4 bedroom apartment villa, 3 4 bedroom villa. And can you please tell us the starting price of the project of villas and how many square meters, for example, approximately, I mean.
The villas, when we are talking about the villas will start from 250 meter as a net area villa. Here, the calculation of the villas, normally it is not calculated like other areas. We don't include any common areas of the villas. It is the full usable area where the living area of the people will be 250. up to 450 meters. So we are having all these types from 250 to 450.
Mhm.
And the prices will range from 3 million riyal up to 6 million riyal, depends on the type of the villa and the location of the villa, if it is on the valley or behind the valley.
That means starting from $800,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, very suitable for the new law. I can say very comfortable if you want to get the residence. So just one bedroom villa in the capital, and you are the resident of Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. And there is some people who are investors, they can buy multiple of unit, they can buy single unit. So it is a very important in terms of investment. This area is having very huge potential of growth in terms of prices. The rates of rents for these types of villas is very high. People, they can expect in this market like 7% and above rate on ROI. And because of the type of the units and because of the type of the brand and the limited availability of the project, it will keep the project always in high demand compared to supply, especially when the strong wave now will start upcoming from foreigner investors into this country, where you will not have a lot of these type of projects available for customer to start investing. So people, they can invest today, they can take the price of today, and they can pay on a payment plan till the completion dates. At that time, they can issue the title deed in their name, and they can apply for a lifetime residency based on this project.
Joseph, if you started talking about payment plan, can you please give us a little bit more information about the payments? As I understand, it's going to be till 2025. So what's the beginning, how it is to be?
Okay, let me just give you a quick briefing. According to the regulation of WAFI, which is the regulator of the off plan in Saudi Arabia, the contracts is always be given by the regulator to us to give it to sign to the customer. So we don't prepare the agreement to give it to the customer. So it is an agreement which is already issued and approved by WAFI. So the terms and conditions, including payment plan, is as per the regulator. So whatever we give to the customer to sign is what we register it in WAFI, and it should be matching what they already approved. This is it will help the customers to be well protected in terms of terms and conditions and so many things in order to protect their investment. In terms of payment plan as well, payment plan in Saudi Arabia always started with 20% as a down payment.
Mhm.
People in case they need to reserve a unit, just to select the unit, then they have to pay a reservation amount 20,000 riyal. Then we can issue for them the agreement. They can sign the agreement and they can pay the DP into the escrow account available in this agreement.
Mhm.
And the remaining payment plan is always linked to construction. So the more we progress in construction, the customer will pay. For example, when I reach 30%, I will ask the customer to pay me 10% more. When I reach 40%, I will ask the customer to pay me 10% more. So the payment is distributed linked to construction over 2 years. So it is not linked to time in order to make sure the customer is paying on progress of the project, not as per timeline in case there is no project progress in the project. And
Mhm.
this is very important to the customer in order to make sure that he is paying linked to the project. And all the money will go to the escrow account. It will stay in the escrow account until completion in order to protect the money paid by the customer.
Yeah, so everything is absolutely secured and protected, and nice to
Exactly.
hear that. Joseph, so what can you tell about all the other expenses and taxes for the person who gonna purchase real estate in Saudi Arabia?
Currently, there is no VAT applicable on any payment of the purchase of the property. If you buy a property for 3 million riyal, it is you have to pay only 3 million riyal over a payment plan. All what you need to pay currently, according to the regulation, something we call it RETT, which is tax equivalent to 5%, in order for you to pay it and to register your property and receive your title deed. Currently, there is no other fees to be paid either to the developer or not to or to the government. And then when you issue your title deed, you have your title deed, and after the title deed, currently there is no taxes applicable on your property. So you own your property, there is no annual tax, and there is no annual fees you have to pay to the government.
one more reason why Saudi Arabia is so attractive today to
Exactly. At the same time, because of the good growth in the country, you should be expecting an appreciation in the price. In case you need to sell your villa, you will be having a zero tax on your profit of selling your villa, so you don't pay any tax on your earning and your profit. If you rent your villa at the same time, also you don't pay any VAT on your earning because there is no income tax yet applicable on all foreigners and all the market. So this it will put very good edge to the investment of the customer because there is no cut from the earning the customer is doing.
Yeah, thank you. Joseph, I think one of the last questions about the service charges. How much the person gonna pay service charges living in these villas?
Service charges in this villa normally it will be applicable by the community of Sidra. Sidra, they will be the facility management and the owner association of the full community. And normally, whatever applicable by Sidra, the customer should be paying in general. But we should not be expecting huge service fees. Services fees are very minor in terms of payment currently. But whatever applicable by the master plan, it will be applicable by on all the owners of the master plan in Sydney.
Okay, so thank you so much for presentation of the project. I want to know your opinion. Why is it now the best time to invest in Saudi Arabia, and why your project is the best one in Saudi Arabia?
See, Saudi Arabia, first of all, when we need to look into the terms of investment when we go to any country, first thing you need to look into the stability of the currency. The currency is very strong. This it will protect your money from inflation or from not losing your money whenever you want to take a deposit linked to dollar 100%. Number two, we are talking about a country where the government announced a huge investment in all over the country for the next 10 to 15 years. And this it will, and we all understand when the government investing a lot in the country, we know how it pushed the private sector and all the market, plus the huge demand from the internal population of Saudi Arabia or Riyadh. Riyadh population is 10 million, the total population in Saudi Arabia 34 million. So there is also a huge demand internally, plus the international demand, which will be upcoming after they issue this regulation. If we need to talk about Etoile itself, why today it's a good potential, because we can consider that this is the first prime project, branded project with a very prime location in the most important master plan done by PIF. Launched today, is available today for sale and regulated by WAF.
Yes, luxurious villas in the center of Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, with the opportunity to obtain permanent residence.
Actually, it's not in the center, it is in the north. The north
North,
normally
yeah,
is
but
the prime areas of Saudi Arabia, where we are close to the airport and we are close to the expo and in the prime area. And the most important thing, under the master plan done by PIF, which will be a prime infrastructure done in Saudi Arabia.
so, Joseph, thank you again, and I hope to see the project as soon as possible and to visit Saudi Arabia again because it's a fantastic country with great potential. And I'm really happy myself that the law came into force and that it's more and more open for foreigners. So, thank you, Joseph. And I want to thank the auditory. And if you have any questions or you want to get the presentation or consultation of our brokers, please use the link under this video, leave your contacts, and we will be glad to share all the information we have about Saudi Arabia with you. Thank you. You are with
And I
this.
just want to add one more thing, which is currently very important. People, they can buy property in Saudi Arabia today without visiting Saudi Arabia. They can select the unit, they can register the unit, we can send them the agreement, they can sign, this can send it back to us, they can transfer to the escrow account without currently visiting, in terms of speeding up the investment of today based on the current availability, in order to have a priority on others in terms of availability, in terms of price, in terms of selection.
Yeah, that's very important when you have the possibility of the online purchase. So it makes life easier. Yeah, good to hear that. Joseph, thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody. You were with Nevestate YouTube channel and with Joseph, who is the representative of the most well known developer in Saudi Arabia. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you very much. Thank you.